Hey, field agents, want to cover the council building and make sure you're not wasting your resources and get the most benefit out of that you can. So let's dive into it. You got the governor, the commander, and the marshal. What you're going to notice is this promotion at the bottom, title grade buffs. And you achieve it by looking down at the bottom at the grade requirements. You'll see in the green the level that you need to acquire to get to this title buff. Once you have fulfilled those, you'll need to use these green golden twigs, and then you'll unlock this title buff. But let's look at what the title buffs are and make sure that you don't waste all your resources at governor if you do want the buffs and the commander, because they're very hard to come by. So, and you, until you unlock them, you can't see what they are. And I'm going to show you what they are all the way up until marshal ground. So let's dive into it, and I will show them to you quick as I can. So we got the governor. You're going to unlock for your title buff range and siege if you meet the requirements. For level 1, it's going to be 5 and 5 on the ground and mount, which I've already completed. Then level 2 will go to 8 and 8 on ground and mount. Notice the range and siege is 0, 0, and I will show you what's up with that. So, looking into it, we have attacking ground buff. Once you level it up 5 times, you'll get this extra attribute, ground and mount attack, 4%. That's great. Now, once you level it up to level 10, it is going to bless you with a range and siege buff and a debuff for range. And then 15 goes back to a buff, and then 20 and 30 goes back to debuffs, and 25 you get another buff. Going to the mount, you get a attacking mount buff. Level it up to 5, you get a ground and mount buff. Level 10, you get another buff and a debuff. And staying with the same pattern, 20 will be a debuff, and so will 30, and 10 and 25 will be more buffs. Okay, now once you get those two, you unlock this. With this, you'll get, so you level up the ground to get the range. That's how they got the governor set up. Or if you bypassed it, because that's more of a defensive thing, you doing your ground and mount. If you went and leveled up the range instead of the ground and mount, you'll immediately get a in-city range attack. Level up 5 times, you'll get a range 4%. But you will not get this range 15% because it is not part of the requirements until sometime past level 2. Because I can tell you up to 1 and 2, it is not part of the requirements. So that is the trade-off that you're going to do if you go straight to range or the siege. So look at the siege. The siege, you immediately get a range and siege buff for HP. And once you get 5, you'll get an additional range and siege buff. Again, what you will not get is this massive range and siege buff and the marching ground. So you're penalized by going for the immediate range and siege buff and bypassing the ground and mount. You definitely want to do these in order, or you're giving a lot of off the table. Don't do that. Now, let's go to the next one. The commander. You'll find the commander, your title grade buffs are going to be all in city this time. This is more of a defensive position as far as the council building is concerned. With level 1 being ground and mount and siege. It is massive. Level 2, in city troop defense 25 and siege 20 and attacking troops 5%. This is going to make T1 traps a nightmare once they get this commander done. Especially you look down the list and how far it goes. So, and I actually messed up. I started out on this one before I realized what was going on. You'll see my siege went to 6, and I wasted a lot of potential. And then I went back and started doing it right. I just had to have this siege because you'll see it's so tempting. But let's look at it. So, like the last one, you have to do the ground defense, and you get the ground and mount HP at 5. Do the mount, you give in-city mount attack. It takes you up to 15 and gives you extra 4%. Once you do that and that, you get this massive boost to the mount, ground, and the siege defense. Now, what's not covered by the buff is this range. You can get immediate marching range defense. And at level 5, you'll get range and siege buff at 4%. And 10, 20, and 30 gives you debuffs, where 15, 25 gives you small buffs, boosters. But then again, going for the immediate bump up and losing that, I don't know. Alright, here's what got me, and I couldn't control myself. March and siege defense, I just slammed it in. Range and siege HP 4%. Range siege 4, enemy -4. I was actually going for that, and then I realized how wrong I was, and I changed. Because I got this 18 on the marching, and I easily took 20 on doing 5 and 5. It's inward and not outward, but it's still, the exchange of materials, it was a lot better. Now, so we got this one. This is your attacking governors for attacking buffs. This is for defensive buffs. What do y'all think the last one's for? This is for your rallies. This is for teams that are focused on rally attacks. If you want to make a huge impact on your rally buffing, you want to be focused on the marshal. Again, at the bottom, it's going to be 5 and 5. Sorry, I only have Victory Tire 7, and I can only show you the first one. But let's dive in, and I will show you the ground, what the ground is. So we got a marching ground defense. Once you level it up to 5, which should be 15%. We'll level this up to 15%. This will bump up to 4% to the grounded mount. And you'll be ready for, oh man, marching ground defense. In-city ground defense. Marching ground HP. So HP, defense. That's going to be attacking. HP, defense. Okay. So yeah, we're going to do these, make the rallies, do the marshal. So there we did the review of the Senate building and how you should save your things if you want to specialize in one thing over another. Whether you're a hitter, more concerned about your defense, or if you want to make rally power. I hope this helps somebody and you gain something from it. Hit like, join the club, and we'll find more things to bring you.